going to be the tray of the anvil. What we have here is a door. The door. Doesn't it look like that door? That's a door for a animal cage, a bank of animal cages that my sister-in-law, who's a vet, had in her clinic. So I was able to scavenge some of the parts from that, and I have a couple doors. And well, we're going to take this. They're all stainless steel, so they're really pretty nice. We're going to modify this a little bit for the shelf and make it about that, almost square. To put it that way, almost square. So we're going to cut this, take this nice bent end, and move it down here to make it look nice. Then I have some of this. This is expanded metal. This is stainless steel expanded metal. And I have enough here to cover this cover one half of this. So we're going to take a few pieces of that and put that in here and cover this so small stuff can't fall through. The nice thing about this, the spacing on here is just perfect for hammers to drop in there. That's a nice thing about this. I might have to do a little bending to flatten it out here. Anyway, I got some angle iron here, 1.5 by 1.5 by 1/8 inch angle iron, and that will be the frame. We'll use a piece of this 2-inch by 1/8 inch flat bar for the end of it against the anvil, and then we'll make 2 pins out of this stainless steel 1/2 inch rod right here, already made. Isn't that something? Anyway, we're going to drop those in there, weld those in, and those pins will drop into the receptacles on the anvil. There'll be 2 pins welded in. Then we have a piece of stainless tube here. What size is it? I don't know. It's about 5/8. But it's a 304 stainless tubing. And we're going to take a chunk of that and make that into the bottom support that will kind of be flexible into the anvil at an angle. So it's easy to just put on the shelf or the tray onto the anvil. See my high-tech drawing here on the table and the grate and how I worked all that out, right? Table's great for that. Cleans up easy. So it's a 16 by 16 3/8 on the outside of the frame. We're going to cut all these at 45. A lot of people ask me about scribes in the last 6 months. So I made a very small amount of these. And I have, I don't know, 20 something of them left. Anyway, if you're interested in one, email me. This is how they are. If you're newcomers to the channel, I've been making these for several years, but I don't know, stock, everything went crazy. I'm just lucky I kind of bought it early, but still, it was kind of crazy. Anyway, email me for details if you want one. They're solid carbide, very sharp, and these are like 2 inches long in there, so there's plenty of carbide. They're just Loctited in, and you can remove it and replace it. But they're extremely sharp, and this is brass hex. These are the only ones I made. But anyway, if you're interested, please contact me, and so you can get yourself one. This is how I support my channel. Is I make some tools. I make the knockers, I make the scribes, and I make dovetail cutters. And this allows me to do projects like this. Otherwise, they're not going to be not much of the channel. So we're going to cut all these at a 45. Now, nice thing about a real sharp carbide scribe is you really don't need to put any dye down or anything like that. So if I go in here and scribe that at one time, and I have a nice shiny bright scribe line, and I can even feel it when I rub my scribe against it and get right back in it if I need to rescribe. We'll do it a couple times. It actually makes a little cut in the metal. So if you're going to center punch, you can just take your center punch, find your line, and get in it and be able to center punch. Today I'm going to use the Evolution saw to cut these angles. I already did my very first cut with it, and it works absolutely awesome, really. No vibration really or anything. It's kind of loud, and there's a lot of little hot metal chips, but it works very well. Like butter. I'm all set up on the welding table. Looks like quite the Rube Goldberg setup, but it's square. You know, you start looking at things and you start thinking about it. And I'm decided to weld the outside up, but the fit up is very good. So I'm going to just TIG weld them. And actually, so far, all of them are just fusion welds. So it will really make it look nice on the outside. I'm just going to leave it. Alright, now the pin piece here is in position. It's going to will be welded here, and I'll probably put some beads on the back side. This is what's going to look like. Boom. Right there. Just drops in there perfect. You like that? I'm just cutting off the hinges here, these hinges. What I've done is I took the grate, I chopped a chunk out about 3.5, 4 inches, and re-welded the end in. So, works absolutely wonderful. Fits perfect. Then I took my long strip of grating of expanded metal, cut it up, and figured this out so I can put in 3 pieces like so. Enough to cover one side, and have a smaller grid here for setting smaller things, you know, lay a chisel down or things like that. So smaller items, and they won't fall through. There we go. So we're just going to be able to drop that in like so. Nice. You can just drop anything on it. nice and sturdy. All right, that part's done. Now we'll a leg for it. So we'll put it on there, do some measurements. Here's the plan. This is a stainless steel tubing. It's about, I think it's 5/8 in diameter. Pretty thin walled, but strong enough. All right, this is going to be the support leg for the tray on the anvil, of course. Anyway, this is the base piece, the block that will go against the anvil. It's a socket type thing, right? The leg will fit set in there. It's just a nice it's not like a super tight fit, just a nice fit. So it'll just rest in there. Yeah, this is all stainless. I machined up a piece and all that for that end, and this end, which came out super nice. And then the other end, the hinge end, is right there. And then we're going to have two other pieces for each side of the hinge, like so. The pin will be in there, like that, and we will weld this one and that one on, and I think we'll be pretty good. It'll be a nice little swinging, just a swinging hinge, right? So we'll put that on the tray, and we'll be good. Tray. Now for paint. Well, this is a tray afterthought. After baking this, and where am I going to store it? I've come up with an idea, and I'm going to put a bar here and a couple pins, and it's going to hang right on the anvil stand itself. Perfect. Actually has a little spring to it. It's just really nice. Now to do something with the grill so it doesn't fall out, right? Here we go. I think this is going to be good. Perfect. Springs on there a little bit of tension. And I put a screw in the grill to hold the grill in. And that's going to work out just awesome. Stowed with the anvil that way. And you can just, boom, put the stand on. Love it. Love it when a plan works out. Even though there was no plan.